Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a gorgeous Sinn 556i in for review. Now, if you like the content of my channel, please feel free to like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel grow and basically keeps me, being able to review these cool watches. So anyway, the 556i, a stunning entry level into the whole Sinn brand. Now, before I get too far into this review, I've got to say a big thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. They simply have a really good amount of stock of watches in their store, unlike many where it's all online and you have to call them to be able to get the watch actually in the store. They have it there. So anyway, the 556. I've owned a couple of 556, the anniversary and the A model. And to be fair, I still own the A model. I think it is an absolute stunning watch. And this is the first time I've really had, been able to play with the I model. Now, I think it's absolutely stunning. There are a whole host of different 556 models available. They all come with either different coloured dials. You can even buy the fine link bracelet on this and it changes it yet again. But this, I think, just feels so solid, so well put together, and it's hard not to love this watch. The dimensions of this watch, it's a 38.5mm case. It's only 11mm thick. The lug to lug width on this is, I think it's around about 45.5, coming on for just under 46mm, and the bandwidth is a 20mm band. Now let's zoom in on that dial, because this is where it all, this watch just has an amazing high gloss dial. It really, really looks the biz, especially outside where you really get to see the depth of that kind of glossiness. It really does look like, kind of just a sea of ink on there. It really is that nice. You can see how much reflection you pick up off the actual dial. It is so nice. We do have a printed hour and minute track going around there, and we have bare minimal text, which is what I actually like here. Just in automatic, made in Germany. We do have the date window, again on a black background at the 3 o'clock position, and the hands sword style, and I love the big white second hand on this, and I love the way it just kisses the minute track as it goes round. It really is kind of a real kind of nice watch to set, because you really feel like you can do it very, very accurately on this watch. Now, there is Lume on this watch. The Lume is actually pretty decent, to be fair. I'm actually quite impressed with that. The crystal on here is a flat sapphire crystal with plenty of AR coating. It does a good job of cutting down the reflections on this watch. I believe it's actually double-sided VR coating as well. Now, as we come round here, you can see we have a really nice finished, satinized finished case. The bezel here is fixed and it is satinized, and it just looks really nice. The case as well, very much sort of non-nonsense, really kind of solid feel. It really does feel solid, this watch. The crown with its crown guards and a nice decent kind of crown to grab here. You can actually get hold of it. It is a screw down crown, as you can see here. Boom, and it pops, and as you can see, there is plenty of screw thread there. After all, this does have 200 meters of dive capability, so you don't have to be afraid about getting this watch wet. It is completely covered, no problem at all. It also has a low pressure resistancy to stop the crystal ever to pop out in the event of low low pressure. Now, as we look around the back here, we have a really nice display case on the back here where you can see that nice movement. It is actually a Sellita 556, but it is a top range model. So what's meant by that is you've got 4 different specifications, and Sinn use the higher spec movements. Now, I put this on the Timegrapher earlier and it did an absolute stellar job. I believe it was clocking in 0 seconds a day and 0 on the beat rate. So that was in the position I had it in, and it is solid. Even though Sinn don't specify their watches are chronometer specs, every single one I've ever checked simply is, and I think that's really impressive. You've got roughly, I believe it's 42 hours of power reserve on that, and it's just, yeah, it just works. Wow, there's no ifs or buts. I like the way Sinn put their little gold rotor on the back of there. Just give it a little bit of bling as you look round the back there. The bracelet on this watch is the standard Sinn H-Link, and instead of using screws or pin and collar system or split pins, they actually have the what we call Allen keys or hex keys, you can say, to fix this, and it comes with the Allen keys to do that, and normally a little bottle of Loctite to make sure it's in position, it stays in position. The clasp is a simple fold over design with milled parts here, and it does have a dive link extension, as you can see there, and very solid click. And one thing I do really like about the Sinn clasp is how incredibly slim they are. They are incredibly slim. They are marked up, and I think they just look the biz. Let me open this up again, and we'll put this on my wrist and actually see. But I think they are great watches. Let's zoom out here. Just a quick check. Bob is wearing a Sinn U50 in black. I've got on a Sinn 144 Anniversary Type 2. Let's pull this off. My wrist size is a 7. And oh, one thing actually, just before, what I should have said is this watch is also available with a fine link, which dresses it up a little bit more, or as I'll get out here, different coloured silicone straps, which really do alter the look of the watch. Now, I've had this on a white silicone strap, and I think it looks the absolute business. You can also use black, red. It just really does, it kind of allows you to swap and change the look of this watch, and I really like that. Anyway, quick put it on my wrist so you can find out how it looks. I've got 7¼ inch wrist. Move this tag out of the way, he says, which, there we go. Now, I haven't sized this watch because it isn't actually my watch, so here we go. Now, that is a 38.5 mil watch on my 7¼ inch wrist, and I think it looks the absolute business. It's just one of those watches, they feel so comfortable on the wrist. You almost forget about them. I really like the 556 range. Some entry levels into a brand feel like a bit of a cop-out. The 556 just feels solid, and you're getting a top grade Swiss movement inside this watch, which I say works to chronometer standards. I think that's stunning personally. Anyway, all the best. I'll leave you to it. Let me know what you think of the watch. I always try and get back to the comments below. Okay, all the best, guys. You take care. Bye.